trade up. Ryan, and I was like, oh, okay. Sorry, Guardian. Get out of here.
Oh, yeah. It's such a nice skit. People asking how we would actually do that and if you can link your account to our hitbox. Don't worry, we can message you. So if you are picked as the winner, we can message you, get all that information passed across, and then get you that awesome skin sent as well. We are on the knife round, as you can see right now. This is Mouz Sports' map. They are notoriously strong on this map as well, so they're going to want to win this. Last time they won the knife round, they elected to go CT side first, so I'd be very interested to see if that happens. It's going to be Legia and Flippin, both of them 45 HP, so the next right click that lands will spell the end, and it's going to be Legia. Let's see, if they go CT side first.
It's what we saw from them yesterday, and yeah, they actually want CT side again. So it puts their better half on the second half, you have to imagine there. It is a T-sided map, so, you know, what better way to make sure that you can shut them down in the early game and then have the quote-unquote easier side to get those last few rounds necessary. And it's what we've seen Mouz do from time to time, so actually, interesting enough, Legia is using the USPS Orions, so if you got that on stream, you can show everybody exactly what is available.
Advertisement? We aren't even paying them. I feel a bit cheap right now, Stress. But people again asking what the competition is. All you have to do is follow the stream. It is that simple. So hitbox.tv/CS Arena. All you have to do. It'll be in the next week or so. And yeah, Legia is rocking out the Orion, as you can see. So, you know, live into the first round. It's going to be pistol rounds, as you'd assume. Now going to be getting it on. Wizards, a very split safe approach. I see a lot of pistol teams will just go ahead and rush B or rush through mid very quickly, but Wizards taking this a bit more safe.
Yeah, it's an interesting one because, again, Mouz, this is their favoured map, so they're kind of expecting these first few rounds to go in their favour, and that gives them a really nice basis to build from. But, you know, anything can happen in a pistol round. It wouldn't be the first time that you've seen a team favoured on a map not pick it up, even though they're the more comfortable, but Wizards may have found themselves a little bit of an open area here on a site, because it is only Nuki that is on the site, and he's all the way down in CT. Flashes have come out. Nuki's trying to delay here, but it's an easy take out of Wizards. And now the retake is going to have to be on from Mouz.
Yeah, they're going to have to try and push in aggressively. There goes the flash. Nuki around the corner though. Mouz will get the upper hand. 3 kills from ChrisJ. 2 of them headshots just exploding. And that's exactly what they need to regain this round. ChrisJ with another one. He's already picked up 4. And that is going to be the first round for Mouz. And that looked like a guaranteed win for Wizards.
I mean, Mouz just kind of let them have the site because they knew that their retake is going to be so strong. They timed it perfectly. They used exactly the right positions as they pushed up. And ChrisJ, as you said, got 4 massive kills in that round. And that is Mouz knowing exactly how to retake Site A. Their comfortability on this map comes up there. They didn't lose anybody as Wizards took the site. And it was a really easy retake from there.
Yeah, that's going to put them in good stead for these first few rounds. For Masses and M4s as well. So they're going to have the range advantage. CZ, only the one of them coming out from Wizards, which is fairly interesting. Flash is coming down. There's Townsend and Spiddy going one-on-one and just smashing through. In fact, Spiddy will be falling alongside Townsend. So already this eco round looking pretty good from Wizards. If they were to lose, they've still done a lot of economic damage. Legia comes back with a FAMAS headshot, boosting up onto A. So you can see that Wizards, they realise that the gig is up. They've been spotted. And they are going to start to rotate back around towards mid. There's Legia though. He's going to make short work of Flippin and Mason. If he gets one shot on either of them, they are dead. 14 HP and 2 respectively between the two of them. Not looking too good for them. And there's ChrisJ peeking around the corner and he gets a nice double.
So recently we've been seeing teams that lose the pistol round pick up armor and go CZs. Dust 2 isn't really a good map for it as compared to others, because on most of the ways into sites here, you don't have those enclosed spaces where that CZ is really going to allow you to just turn the corner, spray and pop. You're talking much longer distances. It has a lower clip number, so you really kind of put yourself in an awkward position. So that's why we've seen Wizards wait out that round and now go for the AK buys.
Low approach into short right now for Wizards. Could be a huge round for them if they actually end up losing this. Lowy takes a grenade to the face, 51 HP remaining. They're going to be pushing out at short very aggressively. There's Nuki with one. Can he connect the dots? Another couple flashes flies over. Nuki is hungry for these kills. Constant barrage of flashbangs. 3, 4, 5 of them landing in quick succession. Nuki gets 3 people before getting dropped. Beautiful play from him. Chiari's also been dropped as well. It's all down to Mouz and Barney, who was pulling out plays left, right and centre yesterday, but that's too tall an order to ask for. And that buy round simply not working. Only 1 kill in total.
Nuki really shut them down, and again, it was good positioning on the site out of the members of Mouz. They got that first kill, instantly dropped back into cover, and Wizards are in a situation where they don't want to risk pushing forward onto the site and getting sprayed down again without really seeing anybody, and it buys enough time for Mouz to start getting players around to the site. And you just see that Mouz are just so comfortable on the map. It's why it's their map choice, and they're 3 rounds up.
So Wizards, they're in a real sticky situation. It's incredibly precarious. Again, they're going to look for this mid-short push. And when you got a couple of CZs, that's more than likely not going to be enough. Legia chimes in for his first kill. Flipping again, though, doing some damage, but all of them are flashbang. Legia on another day could have actually picked up all of them. Thompson with the crossfire picks up 2, picks up 3. He's looking for his 4th as well. And that is going to be Legia coming in. So again, we have the full house. 2 from Legia, 3 from Thompson. 4-0 already.
Legia gets 2 beautiful bounce flashes in that mid area. I mean, he got the first one and Wizards just thought, okay, well, let's just keep going through the door. He got one of us, let's just rush him. And the next flash hits 4 people. And from there, they just had great crossfire between Legia and Tabson. They're looking for that totem pole over the smoke, but it's not actually a short push quickly here, so it just means they're not quite going to be as successful for that.
Wizards desperately need to start picking up some rounds just to get their confidence back. They lost the previous game to Team Global 16-11 on Mirage, which is, by the way, coming up next regardless of what happens here. So they're going to have to start to put some brakes on the juggernaut that is Mouz Sports. If they lose this round, they're going to be 5-0 behind, and it's very likely also going to be another eco round as well. So super important here, Stress, and you can see that from their positioning. They're playing this one deep. They're playing this one safe. They don't dare make a move.
Yeah, they're a little bit afraid to do anything right now. You can see Wizards are just waiting this one down. They're trying to smoke out that short area, but I mean, they have to make a move soon. The thing is, Tabson is watching short. Couldn't quite get it because he was flashed, but Nuki is there to get that first kill. And Wizards, again, they're stalled out here. Here comes an incendiary onto short as well, so more stalling out. They're trying to force them over towards that B site. Nuki is already waiting here in CT to see if they can get the same as the last round. Smokes have come through and flashes. Now, can Nuki get anything before Wizards go too far? Kyrie turns his back on Nuki. Didn't know he was there, but Meisen will pick that up. And now Wizards left with only Musambani with the AWP. He's going to get the first kill there onto Chris J, but he's under a lot of pressure because Speedy is pushing through. Musambani's waiting for him, gets the peak, but the time will expire. Musambani, can he deal with Legia? Time of the round runs out.
It does. I'm going to be quite interested to see if Wizards do buy up again here. They have enough funds if they so choose, although they won't be able to get full grenades. So instead, they are going to go for the eco with a couple Deagles and CZ thrown in. A lot of the emphasis here is going to be on Musambani. Whether he can get a pick or two, that could get them their first round. They are getting into the losers bonus money though as well. That's important to mention. But still, 5-0 behind on what a lot of people suggest and agree on. Dust 2 is a T-biased map, and already they're this far behind, Stress. Not good news. Musambani, though, is going to chime in for the first kill. That's going to open up B apart from Legia, who's hiding around the window, gets his second as well. Beautiful work from Musambani. This could be their first round.
Could be. It's that saved AWP that's keeping them in it. Speedy will drop. Kyrie, however, takes down Tabson, and Wizards are starting to get control of this site. They haven't got the bomb armed yet. There we go. Goes down onto site, and only Speedy remains here. Mouz have got a bank, so maybe he can look to do something a little bit crazy on this one. But it is a lot still to do here. Manages to find himself at AWP, so may just be on for a save here.
Yeah, more than likely. No point throwing away your AWP. In fact, he's gone back in again, Spiddy. And if he comes around this corner, he will be dying. In fact, he's picked up one, and there we go. Bari is going to chime in with a kill of his own. 5-1 is a scoreline. People complaining about lag. Either refresh the page, guys, or drop the quality down, and hopefully that will fix your problems.
Yeah, refreshing the page does seem to sort out all the, well, a couple of little issues that I know have been had by some of our viewers the past couple of days. Chris J. Musambani had a great round last time. Not going to be able to repeat that again with the AWP. Mouz really want to regain control here. They've let Wizards have 1 round so far of the previous 6, but I think Mouz right now, every round they give over to Wizards on Mouz's map, Mouz are going to feel a little bit stinging from. I don't think Mouz like to lose any here on Dust 2, since it really is their playground. And ooh, that incendiary could be big. It's going to zone out Wizards a couple of steps, and Tabson actually picks off Lowell as well. So Wizards are kind of trapped up here on short. But do they have anywhere to go? They're going to drop out. Try and get through mid, but Legia is there waiting for them through the smoke. He's peering Kyrie right in the eyes, but the smoke is there between the two of them, so not able to spray him down. He's got to know, though, with those flashes. Here comes Kyrie. Doesn't quite check the corner. Kyrie will fall, but Legia managed to get away with 1 there. Now they're trying to push up towards B, but Chris J is waiting here with his AWP.
Oh, but he's gone down very comfortably. 2-on-2. Mason is low on 6 health, but they do have the bomb down. So, can they convert this into a round? They desperately need it. There is the nice kill on Tabson. All down to Spiddy, who is moving around the double door area, thinking about the window, but Molly just landed there. So it's engulfed in flames, and he's going to push through it and gets crushed down by Flippin. 2 rounds now to Wizards. Oh, bouncing back with a vengeance.
They are, and that round right there looked like it was going heavily in favor of Mouz. They got the early pick and got that spray down 1-for-1 in mid, but I mean, it was that take on B site. Wizards has pushed in, got the 2 kills very early on, and not really a lot that Mouz could do from that. So Musambani didn't quite get the shot onto Legia, but he has forced him away from platform, and it's Flippin that's going to be the first to draw blood here. Oh, there's a bit of a back and forth here. Chris J is going to get the best. Manages to outshoot 2 members of Wizards there, including that AWP. And they're kind of just walking one by one. Oh, Chris J is about to peer into the side of Musambani. How did he get that shot? Musambani was staring him right in the face. And Chris J is going to take down a second. Gets, oh my goodness, gets Mason as well. And on the eco, Mouz, how are you doing this? Chris J has already got 3 here, and he's just going to bide his time for Flippin to come around the corner. But the bomb is out in the open. And Flippin has himself a flash and a smoke. May look to smoke the bomb out, but Chris J is waiting right around the corner. It's Nookie from the site tagging him down. He's looking for Chris J. Can he get it? Chris J comes around. Didn't see Flippin had already made his way out onto site. Nookie darts behind the boxes, but Flippin will take him down, and Speedy will finally put an end to Wizards at that round.
I'll talk about big eco rounds there from Mouse Sports, and now he's going to put Wizards in all sorts of trouble now. Economically, they're not looking too hot. P250 coming out from Lowy, and also a Galil for Flippin. So, just goes to show how much that hurt and bruised them. Barney does have himself an AWP, so that's a bit of a saving grace. And if you remember back when they had the AWP plus eco, they did take that one away from Mouse. So they're going to try and go one better here. Barney does get a nice shot on Tabson, who was caught a tiny bit with his pants down on short. Kind of peeking his way out when maybe not the biggest of plays on his mind. Spiddy, though, will come back with a kill on Flippin. 4v3 is looking pretty good for Mouse. As long as they keep it deep, they're going to be doing well. Nookie comes round that corner. Lowy caught completely unawares. And now it's down to Mason and Musambani. They're both sitting back. But Mason has started to push his way up to short. Does heavy tag up Nookie, who has to back on away himself. 13 HP, does get shot down from the backside. Still so much work with 50 seconds to go, though, Stress.
Yeah, there really is a lot, but look at this. Musambani's getting surrounded. He manages to get the first, but Chris J is there, and it's a role reversal. 1 versus 1. Chris J makes it work. And the reason that round started going as it did was because Speedy pushed all the way through long, up through Connector, and got a really important kill as he turned the corner. Connector had been smoked. I believe he just peered through the smoke and caught Wizards by surprise. Managed to find his way into T-spawn where the bomb was still down. And at that point, Mouz knew there was no need to rush anything because there was no possible way of them getting the bomb over to one of the sites. So just good information gained by Speedy in that round.
Yeah, so much of CSGO is about information because it allows you to rotate, it allows you to set yourself into a bomb site and just lock it down if you know that you're about to be aggressed on from there. And now Wizards are pushing through mid. This is going to be lambs to the slot, you have to feel. Nuki gets a double, Lowy comes back before being shut down himself from Tabson, and now they're going for the window, and this is easy pickings for Legia, who picks up his double. I like the idea from Wizards, I like they went aggressive. Unfortunately, I think Mouz were 2 steps ahead of them.
They should have been punished further. I mean, Chris J let off about 4 or 5 shots, and I believe only one of them actually ended up doing damage, and even that was through cover. So as they rounded that corner, I thought Chris J would start taking some heads off, but couldn't quite get it. Nevertheless, it was an easy round for Mouz. But, ooh, flash comes out, means Chris J can't quite get the pick on to Lowell in lowers, and that's going to drive Chris J back. Smoke comes over mid, and Incendiary is going to prevent anybody coming through mid doors. Tabson, however, is already going to start making things work. Speedy is changing up his position every round here on long and is starting to get really good information every single round. Got himself a kill that one as well. Mouz are just showing how much better they know the map, or how much comfortable they are. Of course, Wizards know the map. That would be completely not giving Wizards the credit that they do deserve, but Mouz are just so confident. With Lowell is going to flash himself out and go out backwards, but Speedy was already there waiting for him. And it's a 2 versus 4 here. The bomb over at Connector, but there are 3 people that stand between the 2 members of Wizards and that A site. Now there's an Incendiary on top of that. So it's going to be a hard-fought round. They got 30 seconds left in the round. Oh, the bomb is down, and that's going to be disastrous for Wizards because there's no chance of a plant now. So Meissen is going to have to fight his way out of this. He is flashed. Nuki and Speedy will end up taking him down.
Yeah, kind of feel sorry for Meissen at the end. Not a great deal he could do. Caught between a rock and multiple hard places, as the case was. 9-2 is a scoreline. Another eco from Wizards. Can the CZs go big once again? From Wizards' perspective, they sure hope so, because this is a T-sided map and they're 9-2 behind on T-side. That is huge. Chris J is going to find himself Chiari. Peeked round the corner. Got a bit of information, but at the cost of his life. So this has 10-2 written all over it, unless something big happens from Wizard through the mid.
And they're going to look for a short push here, but Chris J is already rotated, looked for the pick, couldn't quite get it, but the flash is going to go backwards over his head, turns around, sees flipping, firing blindly, and Chris J and Nuki will lock down that A site. And look at the difference every round that Mouz are just swapping things up. Some rounds it's Speedy pushing all the way through Connector. Some rounds he's sat down in pit. And that round it was Chris J and Speedy pushed up to the corner. And they catch the first member of Wizards coming through because they're already anticipating Speedy pushing. Chris J will die on that one. But it's as good swapping up rounds all the time by Mouz.
Yeah, and it just goes to show how much they know this map and the rhythm of it as well. They're constantly pushing and probing certain areas just on the off chance that Wizards are going to be caught. We've seen Tabson push around from short a couple of times now. He's going to be peeking mid. So it's these very small, delicate changes of pace that Mouz are throwing in that's paying off dividends for them. And Wizards don't seem to know what to do here. They're going to come through mid again. There's Tabson peek around the corner. He actually pulled out a grenade, and that proved to be his downfall there. Leggy is now on B, all by his lonesome. Billy no mates, forever alone, but he gets 1 kill before going down himself. Did that buy up enough time for the rest of his team? Nope, because Nuki just got himself destroyed as well. All down to Spiddy in CT spawn, spamming through the smoke. Was on Barney with 11 hit points. He's going to spot him out, but he actually gets taken down. And even though Spiddy more than likely will not win this round, the fact that they got one of the players to rebuy, I'm going to say took down the AWP, but that should be picked up in turn by one of the rest of his team. Still could prove to be detrimental to them. And in fact, Spiddy's going in for seconds. He picks up a second kill. He's looking for his triple. Unfortunately, Chiari was there to shut him down. They do get the AWP, but still, 3 players still have to buy up, and you can see their economy is far from great.
The difference a grenade makes. tabseN didn't have the information, or didn't know that Wizards were quite far as pushed up as they did. Had the grenade, the flash in his hand, was going to bounce it from the supports in CT and turn around to spray, chose not to, peers around into 3 members of Wizards who would have been flashed, and it's that split-second decision-making that is the difference between a triple kill spray down and a round in the books, and Wizards getting another round for themselves. But tabseN has been taken down already in this round by Musambani's AWP, and if Wizards can pick up the last 2 rounds here on this half, I think considering at one point they were a big gap away from where they are now, they may even be a little bit happier about that. Still wouldn't be too content because they have to deal with Mouz's T side, and we've seen how good that is, but they'd be a little bit happier nonetheless.
Interesting play as well, as Chris J will wreak havoc upon Mason. They went for the stack on short and just proved to pay off very well for them. Now rush through mid. Spidius stayed in his line and wait, but actually gets crushed as the flashman comes down. So Ledger and Chris J with it all to do again. Ledger's taken down 1 before feeling himself taken down from Flippin, and that will be Musambani chiming in with an AWP kill. So even though Wizards have moved themselves into somewhat of a comeback here, 10-4 on T sides is still quite a poor half. And it's not even over. If Mouz going at 11 rounds, they're going to feel incredibly strong. And one thing I feel that Wizards haven't really capitalized on is B. They've barely pushed B, they've not really made anything happen, and in turn that's allowed Mouz Sports to only put Legia on B and then stack 2 or 3 players in mid.
Ooh, I was about to say, you know what, one of the key points of these rounds is starting to become Musambani surviving with the AWP. In the last round, he got a beautiful mid-air shot onto Nuki as he jumped down from short, but he's been taken out already, so this is starting to be a difficult one for Wizards, and these totem poles are going up all over the map here by Mouz. They know spots where they can just peer over smoke, get themselves some good positions to get a few picks, but hasn't been successful this round yet. But you look at the damage that's gone down onto Speedy already. This round he was pushing out, but Chris J with the AWP gets flashed this time. That's a long flash duration on that. Got the full flash, didn't matter because he didn't get pushed right at the time. Oh, Kyrie is going to even it up, but he's caught AWP in hands as he was pulling back to reload the chamber, and now it's down to a 3 versus 1. Mouz will secure the half, 11 rounds to 4, and that is very good if you're a Mouz Sports fan.
If you've bet on Mouz, you have a huge grin on your face right now, because that is, well, textbook. That's a textbook CT side on Dust 2. They're now going to move on to the easier side themselves. 20-7 is Chris J. He is top fragging by a considerable margin, and this is a guy that over the last couple of days, he's been a bit inconsistent with Stress. He's not been playing his usual top form. It's good that he's bouncing back at the right time though, because the winner of this game will progress through to the next stage of the CSGO Arena Championships, and the loser will be knocked out. So this round is simply massive for Wizards. They must win this pistol.
Yeah, Chris J yesterday was, I believe, ended bottom frag on one of the maps, so...
yeah, he did.
I mean, not to take anything away from him, every player can one day be at the top of the map, one day be at the bottom, but today he certainly feels like he wants to fire back into this, and he's having a superb round game so far, and Speedy will take Meisen down. That will be the first casualty of the round, and gets Lowell as well, and this has opened up the sight because now Wizards are up against it. Speedy did end up falling, and actually Wizards' Kyrie is going to start firing back at this one. Chris J finally is able to silence him, but it's a 2 versus 1. Musambani from long. Is he going to be able to deny anything here? Chris J is putting the pressure on. Legia comes around the corner, allows Chris J to take down Musambani. Mouz are within touching distance of this win in the first game of this best of 3.
They certainly are, and Wizards probably got half a mind on the next map on Mirage. You know, thinking, okay, what didn't we do too well against Team Global in the previous game they played? They lost about 16-11, 16-12 if memory serves me right. So they're going to have to put their brains together and go back to the drawing board, because this map, I don't want to say it's categorically over just yet, but it's definitely looking that way. As you mentioned, within touching distance of the finishing line, because 13-14-4 is the kind of scoreline we're expecting after these ecos, and at that stage, that is a huge uphill climb. That's like an Everest, because you have to win the best part of 10 rounds in a row just to be even.
I want to take a quick look as Kyrie actually takes down Tabson. Didn't see where that occurred on the map. Unfortunately, I was about to bring up a point that I'll actually just make at the end of the round rather than now, because the current action is a little bit more important. But Mouz are quietly heading down long, and I was going to say Wizards have bought up armor this time, so it's a little bit more difficult to take the point. Mouz have made it most of the way down long, but there are 3 members here from Wizards looking to defend the point. Smokes have gone out, but it doesn't quite cover the entirety of that cross. Nuki will finally get a kill here on A site. Now, it is looking very dire for Mouz for the first time here, perhaps, on the T side. It is Wizards starting to shut them down, but saying that, Mouz just kept Chris J alive with 2 health here, and they do have control of the site. The plant is going down, so they will get the money from that. Now Wizards start to push. They have a lot more health, though, than the Mouz remaining players. Lowell will drop. It's a 1v1 here. Oh, the head pops up from Kyrie, but he's not quite able to get him. Does pop up again. Mouz somehow clutch victory from what looked like certain defeat. And I was going to say Wizards, unlike Mouz in the first half, bought armor and 1 CZ, 2 P250s and stacked short, hoping Wizards would just push it. And that's the range where the armor with those extra pistols is going to do Wizards some benefit. But Mouz didn't rush into them and didn't fall into their plan.
The only saving grace or silver lining there from Wizards, though, is they picked up 4 kills. So there's going to be lots of weapons being rebought. You can see there that Spiddy had to go for a CZ instead of having an assault rifle. Again, though, that is a silver lining on a pretty big full cloud that's about to turn into a storm. So 13 for the scoreline. You'd have to expect that if Mouz Esports go ahead and just go one better, it's going to be 14-4 with this anti-eco round. And Wizards have it all to do. They have to win every single round from there on in. Otherwise, best case scenario is an overtime. And 2 players have just fallen from Tabson. Nuki goes in as well. He will pick one. Tabson gets his 3rd. Hungry for his 4th. But Nuki comes in for his 2nd on to Kyrie in the tunnel. So 14 for the scoreline. Mouz Barney's picked up his AWP. 4 M4s on top of that. And from here on out, Stress, no more mistakes or you're out of this map.
Yeah, out of the first map, and what a quick first map it would be. Wizards were looking for the same strat again, that time with no armor. And what that meant was Tabson turns the corner and shreds them. It was pretty much like a cheese grater turning that. Just completely tore them to pieces. Wizards Musambani has taken down Chris J with that AWP. So maybe Wizards aren't out of this one yet. Lowell as well taking some blood in this round, and it's an important round. As you said, it will put Mouz on to map point if they were to win this. Musambani is peeking. Oh, Tabson, couldn't quite get the shot through the bricks and the wall, but has forced Musambani down into CT, which has kind of opened up the point here. So smokes go out. They're going to get the plant, but that was a lot of damage just came down onto Tabson. I believe that was from long there as Lowell was firing down. Flippin takes down Legia. It's only Tabson left. He is 3 health to defend the plant. Here comes the force out of Wizards. They will secure it. They're going to defuse it. And Wizards keep themselves alive.
They do keep themselves alive in this map, but plenty more hurdles for them to have to go through here. 14-5 will be a comfortable rebuy. You'd have to assume it's just Spiddy that's low on money at this point. And I'm pretty sure Tabson can drop for him, so likely going to be another buy up from them. Go up, straight up from Tabson. AK. So actually Spiddy's going to go for a CZ again here. Not too bothered about the assault rifle. Can pick one up from one of his fallen comrades if nothing else. And Wizards going for this very similar approach again. Barney is going to be looking to peek through the mid. Nothing quite happens. Tabson's tagged down to 2. Very nearly eviscerated from this round. You can almost feel the tension from Wizards. They're very apprehensive, pensive, deep in thought, trying to make sure they lock every single possible nook and cranny down in this map. But Mouz, in fairness, are just hanging around mid. They're looking for that pick. They're looking to try and outplay the opposition. Mason's going to eat that grenade on his head and takes 48 hit points for his troubles.
And they've switched that AK from Tabson down onto Speedy, so just making sure that they have the healthier players with the better weapons, because there goes Tabson. That would have been a big gun to drop there, but Musambani took down Speedy. I didn't quite catch that one as Legia and Nuki have evened up the numbers here as well. Now the push is on towards A site. Legia is going to try and zone away from mid, but he's actually going to get the kill down in CT on Flippin', and bomb is about to go down on A site. Chris J's in the smoke, and it's a 2v2. Wizards have the health here, but do they have the position? Musambani with the AWP does get the kill onto Legia. Now Kyrie on short feels the wrath of Chris J, and it's AWP against AWP on A side. Ooh, jumping up is Musambani. Chris J put himself out in the open, but got the better shot from it. Oh, Musambani gets shredded, gets his head taken off.
Oh man, that was brutal. I feel so sorry for him, but at the end of the day, when it's an AWP v an AWP, whoever misses first is likely to lose that exchange, and that's exactly what happened. Fortunately for Wizards, they can full buy, albeit without any frag grenades at all and 2 FAMASs, so that's less than ideal for them. Whereas on the flip side, Mouz are looking very healthy at this stage. One thing I would say though is that Wizards seem a bit slow on the rotate from B. They've stuck 2 players there. It's always Flippin' and Kyrie, but it takes them a good 30 or so seconds to rotate from B, even when it's pretty clear that Mouz Sports are going on A. So I'm not too sure what that's all about. Maybe they think that it's a fake. Nuki, however, is going to open up this round with a headshot onto Lowy. So that is a tiny bit vulnerable right now. And you can see the 2 players at this time are going to push them through tunnels. Unbeknownst to them though, here comes Spiddy. They do get the headshot. That was very important. They do regain that player advantage though, and it's all on Wizards to win this round out because they've got 2 players on A. And actually one of those though is Mason, and he just absolutely decimates Legia in the face.
Here comes the push though out of Mouz. They already took down 2 people from A. Smokes have gone out, and the flashes, the bomb making its way up onto the site, but Mason is still there. Now he's not, because he has taken him out. We'll get the plant down, and now it's a 3v1. Tabson says now it's a 3v0, and that is going to be Mouz Sports taking the game, taking the first game of this best of 3. Which puts us on to Mirage now, and we talked about it. This is a map that Wizards just lost against Team Global, and while we get everybody onto the server, make sure we're all good, get the map set up, we're going to head to a very quick break here for the Hitbox Arena Championship. Stick with us as we go into Game 2 between Wizards and Mouz.